See, we have applied cricket.mp4 and we got this result as we have asked for playing cricket. So 5 to 7, 12 and 14. 5 is start time and 7 time, and 12 is the only start and end time. In 1 second only the activity starts and end, and like same with 14. And this is the graph. This is 2GIF function in which you can apply the start and end time. See, I have written, and you can use it multiple times to check your result. See, now 5 to 7. Yeah, now 12th second. See, this is 11th and this is 12th. See how accurate. And in 1 second it can start and end the ball. And see, he tried to catch the ball. That is also an activity in cricket, catching the ball. So it has detected that also. And there is a gap of 1 second, that also it has detected. Then we saw for high jump, it is from 2 to 5 and from 10 to 15. And these are this is the probability graph. Sorry, 9 to 15, yes. And this is 9. See over 9 to 15 and 2 to 5 if you have observed. And between that and after and before that there is no activity, they were only running, and this is also running on the part. Now we have to take swimming activity. So we have selected the swimming activity and we got the start and end time 7 to 11, 13 to 14, 18, 25, 32 and 37 to 37. And this is the probability graph which can show the start and end time of every time that swimming activity happens with the probability at every second. So here the video starts. And see, if you know the starting time, it has been started activity if you observe the graph. And when the video is zoomed out at that time our activity, it does not recognize that activity, so it cuts that part. Then again it starts recognizing if the camera is constant, and if this bird's part appears, so it again stops. Again it starts. Again zooms out, so stop, and then again starts. And again this URL, this display comes, so again it stops. Again it starts. It's adapting the changes. See.
Going to explain our project Unremembered activity recognition using temporal annotation with timeline. Introduction. In this project, we are going to determine the activity going on the video, and we also can determine the start and end time of the actions that are taking place in the video. And for this, and we also highlight the video when the action is going place. When the action is not going place in the video, we don't highlight it. When the action is going place, we highlight the video. And for this, we have used the data set, UCF 101 data set. It contains 101 videos, and we can apply our project on this dataset. And we have also used Kinetics 400 dataset, which helps in determining various actions in the various videos. In the methodology, in this project, we have used 3D convolution network model, which helps in determining spatiotemporal feature extractors from video by leveraging successful ImageNet architecture designs and even their parameters. By using 3D convolution networks model, we can achieve everything that that is needed for this project. And by using 3D dimensional convolution network model, we have reached an accuracy of 80.9% on HMDB dataset and 98% on UCF dataset. And we can know the working usage of CNN, 3D CNN by this link. Now Sachita will tell about results achieved.
So previously explained by Mallika, so I'm going to explain the results achieved when we give the different activities from the UCF 101 dataset. And this dataset is the currently largest dataset, but we are taking the Kinetics 400 model because it also consists more the really uploaded human videos rather than the UCF 101 dataset. And this 101 dataset consists of realistic uploaded videos containing camera motion and clutter background. Next, we use the i3D model from in the CNN model for the video classification trained on the Kinetics dataset. So the next slide is the graph and the results achieved. So when we given the high jump as the input, so there is a probability graph for action recognition which shows the start and ending time of the high jump. Then given the high jump video path as the video is displayed and the probability graph of that particular happening activity, and we determine this function for different various activities and obtain the graphs and the results. So the next concepts will be explained by Shivam.
We have taken references from gold medal winning team, and our source code is written here. And we have taken i3D model because we have tried with VGG16 convolution model, but it gives only 42% accuracy, even after trying with 100 approaches and after trying with hours and hours of convolution. But 3D model is good because it understand the patterns of the videos, just not like it is image convolution. It is better to get the patterns of the video. So this is our conclusion, that yes, you have to give the video and just you have to do some small changes, like changing the frames per second of video, which are different for different videos, like 25 and 30, like 25 for our cricket, high jump and swimming activities. And just you have to do that 2-3 changes and you will get that output, and you have to select which activity you want to know about the start and end time of that activities, and you will get the probability graph, which will tell every second of that activity from start to end what is the probability that the activity is happening. Our acknowledgement. Our acknowledgement. So this is our team: me, Ashish, Sachita and Malika. And our special thanks to Disha ma'am for monitoring us throughout this project and helping us at every step. And thank you Bennett University and leadingindia.ai
which have provided us the platform to do something new and to understand through different concepts of machine learning. Thanks.